We come to you from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center, the campus of Everett Community College. A beautiful day outside. It's been a great day inside so far. A little earlier, the men's championship in overtime went to North Idaho 90-83. We're set to enjoy the women's championship, the 2018 NWAC Women's Basketball Championship. The Umpqua Riverhawks take on the Walla Warriors. Hello, everybody. Tom Lafferty. Randy Edens from Lake Stevens. Girls basketball is here on color. Steve Willett's already down on the floor. And, Steve, you're already going to work.
We are already indeed. We've got the Umpqua Riverhawks head coach, Dave Strickland. Dave, I guess the question has to start by talking about Daisy Powell and the 93 points she scored in the last two games. Talk about her performance and what she's meant to this team getting here to the championship.
Well, obviously she's been unstoppable the last two games. I think that, up until 3 weeks ago, she was our third leading scorer. So, we've had some other people who can score, and the matchups have just really been in her favor the last 2 weeks, and she stepped it up and has been unbelievable.
18 years since you've had your last championship. What would it mean to do it with this group of girls? I know one of which is your daughter, so I've got to think that makes it even more special.
Well, we have been so close so many times. I think we might hold the NWAC record for third place finishes, and yeah, it would really mean a lot. Having my daughter here would make it that much more special. My dad's been working with this team for 2 years. Couldn't make it on this trip, but he's been involved. It would mean a lot.
Give me a quick scouting report on Walla. What are one or two things you need to watch out for against the Warriors?
Well, they're the best shooting team in the NWAC, so and it's a hard matchup for us because it's going to force some of our bigs to guard people that are smaller and quicker, and you can't drop off of them at all to give yourself a cushion on the drive because they shoot it so well. So it's a really difficult matchup for us.
Best of luck tonight, and if Dad's watching back home, we want to give him our best as well.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Thank you very much, Steve. Dave Strickland, the head coach of the Umpqua Riverhawks. Coach Randy Edens, ever happened to you halfway, three-quarters of the way through the season, you have some girl that steps up and go, where have you been?
Yeah, we've had that happen a couple times. You go to a season that lasts so long. You get to that second part of the season, you find a player or two, and they're usually younger players. Your freshmen, sophomores that start to figure this thing out and can provide you a little boost off the bench. Brooke Palcoa, for example, when she was a freshman, certainly had the lineage, but it took her a little bit to find her way, and she's somebody we brought off the bench her freshman year, and she was a spark for us.
Got coach here.
So she was fantastic for the sake of just changing the energy for our team and our program, and certainly in the playoffs, she was a difference maker.
Let's go down to the floor. We got the other coach.
We do indeed. Quickly, Bobby Valentine with us right now. Coach, what a game last night from Sierra Jo McEwen. Points. What are we expecting from her? What did you tell her after last night's game?
Well, she's a scorer. That's the kind of person she is, and they're going to be all over her, and so, other kids are probably going to have to score tonight, and we can do that. We have a lot of kids who can score.
This is the matchup we all kind of expected going into it. Now we're actually getting it. Give me a little bit of a rundown as to what you're expecting from Umpqua tonight.
Well, they're huge. We haven't seen a team. I've never in my coaching career seen a team this big, so, we're excited about it. We're really excited. We'll see how we do.
Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach Bobby Hazeltine of the Walla Warriors, Umpqua Riverhawks. And really, these are two teams, I said it before we even went on the air, Coach, they look like they're going to play for keeps tonight.
Yeah, no question. You're talking about two teams, both 31-1. It's a lot of wins over the course of a season. And you'd want nothing less than a game like this, championship game, playing for a title tonight. Something I'm looking forward to watching.
Umpqua, the South #1 team, as Coach mentioned, 31-1. Dave Strickland is their head coach. Walla at 31-1, the East #3 team. And they're going to turn off the lights, and we're going to have the introductions coming up here, so we'll enjoy that as we go along here. We'll also have the presentation of the colors. So lots of activities going on here at the Everett Community College Walt Price Student Fitness Center, the 2018 NWAC Women's Basketball Championship. And the game will begin underway here in just a moment. And we're going to have the Star-Spangled Banner coming up here in just a moment as well. We'll give you the starters for the Walla Warriors. Sierra Jo McCowan will start. She's a sophomore, 5'9", a guard out of Touchy, Washington. Teresa Acock, a sophomore, 5'5" guard out of DeSales High School in Walla. Jade Skidmore from West Jefferson High School, a 5'7" sophomore. Terryton Idaho, 15.3 points per ball game. Taylor Turner, freshman at 5'9", from Columbia Burbank High School, Burbank, Washington. And Adriana Perales, a 5'8" sophomore from Minico High School in Hayburn, Idaho. So Sierra Jo McCowan, Teresa Aycock, Jade Skidmore, Taylor Turner, Adriana Perales for the Walla Walla Warriors, 31-1. For the Umpqua Riverhawks, Jordan Stotler, a 6'4" sophomore, Roseburg, Oregon. Taylor Strickland, a 5'11" guard, a freshman from Sutherland High School in Roseburg, Oregon. Bria Thames, a Westview High School graduate, 6' sophomore from Portland, Oregon. Alyssa Grenfell, a 5'9" sophomore, Liberty High School in Hillsboro, Oregon. And Daisy Dejanay Powell from McClymonds High School in Oakland, California at 6'3". So, Coach, 6'4", 6'3", 6 foot. Sounds like the Lake Stevens Vikings.
Well, here in a couple of years, we got that kind of size coming through, so that's certainly a tall group.
Let's have the presentation of the colors here in Everett.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag, it was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we're getting set for the introduction of the starting lineups for the Walla Walla Warriors and the Umpqua Riverhawks. Walla Walla in the Sweet 16 beats Highline 78-37. In the Elite 8, Walla Walla beats Lane 85-62. And in the Final Four yesterday, they beat Big Bend 92-64. Their only loss was to Lady Elite, an all-star team, which, Coach, you talked about Lady Elite when we were off the air. They've got some D1 players that have played for them.
Yeah, actually an All-American. Shoni Schimmel went to the University of Louisville. So it sounds like you mentioned like maybe athletes in action sort of group of our program. Not sure how that works, but For them, obviously, they wanted the competition because they probably felt like they were going to have a pretty good team. And you would think they'd have learned from it along the way, I'd hope.
Well, since then, 29 straight wins, so I think they learned something.
Yeah, no question about it. Both of these programs, can put up some points, and I'm looking forward to a pretty offensive affair from both sides.
The Umpqua Riverhawks won their first 27 games. Then they lost to Lane Community College, 86-79 back on February 28th. And since then, into the playoffs, in the Sweet 16, they beat Peninsula 83-62. They beat Columbia Basin 93-66. And they beat, in the Final Four yesterday, Bellevue 103-70.
Those are big point totals. One of those things that I think, especially with having even just the one loss, I know I've gotten asked this a couple of times as a head coach, is it a good thing to lose at some point during the season so you don't have that added pressure of being undefeated? And
are you going to tell me yes it is or no it isn't?
Well, while you're in it, you don't want to lose.
Right.
But when it happens, you get to let that go as a team, and you get to focus on the next day. And as a coach, it kind of reminds your players, hey, we still got some things we got to get better at and work on. And I'm certainly confident that both of these head coaches went after their programs with those defeats and got better as a result.
Let's talk to Steve. Steve, if you're still within the sound of my voice, and let's talk about last night, the semifinal game.
How about the two semifinal games?
Yeah.
Because both of them were spectacular. We knew coming in about Daisy Powell. We knew that she had tied the NWAC record last week in the quarterfinal with 46 points. So what do you do for an encore? You score 47 points. Or why not? Just break the record outright. 21 for 23 shooting in the field last week, 20 for 27 last night. We figured she might have that 47-point record for a while, right? Well, it almost got broken about 2 hours later. Sierra Jo McEwen, sharpshooter for Walla Walla, steps out. It looked as though they were about to sub her out of the game with about 3 minutes to go. She was, I think, 7 or 8 points off of the mark, and all of a sudden she big three-pointers. And you see the coaching staff start to talk to one another on the sideline. They had 3 players already at the scores table ready to come in for her. When there was a dead ball, those 3 players came in and they waved her back out, telling her she was only 3 points away from breaking the record. I think she had 5, maybe 6 three-point attempts in the last 2 minutes as they were specifically trying to get her that record and telling her to shoot. She had a number of different looks at it. One shot was blocked. The other ones all on target, just couldn't quite get it to go. And at the very end, she had another attempt, missed it, and therefore she came up just a little short. So Daisy Powell from Umpqua, 47 points last night. McEwen for Walla Walla, 45 points. So we know both of these two can light up the scoreboard. Will we see another record tonight? Who knows? The way these two have been playing all weekend and all throughout the tournament, we could. We'll see.
We shall see. Offensively, Umpqua averages 87.4 points per ball game.
Yeah, that's a fantastic number, especially at this level. You obviously got both sides that can put it up. I think that's going to be the challenge for both groups. Can they take both of their scorers away? And whichever side can come up with the most balance, I think, is going to come out with a win and a championship tonight.
And now, if you're coaching in a game like this and you've got players, as we mentioned, Powell for Umpqua with 47 last night, McEwen with 45 last night. Box and one, or do you say, hey, she's going to get what she's going to get, we got to stop everybody else?
Man, that's a great question. It really kind of depends on the player, honestly, and what your personnel can match up with. Sometimes, we're going to probably drop 2. Who's out of that starting 5 can't score for them? Maybe we don't guard that person.
Who can't score?
Can't score.
Okay.
So that way maybe we help with 2 and force that 5th player, whoever's the 5th option for them. Hey, they got to make a basket or 2. Let's see them make a couple. Then we can adjust from there. That's probably the approach I'm going to go with first. And then the other thing is try to deny touches. Hey, the less that they touch the ball,
right,
each and every possession down the floor, the less of an opportunity she has to score. And I think both sides are going to approach it that way.
And are there times as a coach you'll sit there and go, uh-oh?
If they've got it rolling early, 6, 8, 10 points, you might just have to be content with what they get and take the others away and say, hey, they can come up with 45 or 50, but we got to make sure we do a good job of not giving up the other 30 or 40 or whatever it's going to take for you to come out with a win.
So we are set to go. The referee is Lee Mullen. Nick Mitch is one of the umpires. Maggie Sperlin is the other umpire, and the alternate is Lindsay Newman. And we're getting set for the opening tip-off. Umpqua, big and good. Walla Walla, quick and good. The operative word here is both these teams good. 31-1 each. The referee Lee Mullen has the ball in the air, and we're underway, and they don't even contest it. And it's going to be controlled by Walla Walla.
Walla Walla seemed pretty content. Just let's start on defense first. We won't even try for this opportunity.
Here's a shot on the way. Won't go. Back up and in. Good from the left-hand side. Daisy Powell already with 2 points in the ball game.
Got to move her away from the basket as much as possible. Shot goes up. You got to put a butt on her and make sure you keep her away from the hoop.
Walla Walla in the black uniforms moving to our right. Shot on the way. Won't go for Taylor Turner. But a rebound here and a reload for the Warriors. Put up jumper from the foul line, jumper up and good for Jade Skidmore, and we're tied at 2-2. Now Umpqua in the white uniforms moving to our left. They're the home team. Both these teams #1 seeds. Air ball up, no good by Jordan Stotler, but kept alive by Umpqua. Though no reset on the shot clock, never hit anything. It was an air ball. Top of the key, Thames. Down to 8 to shoot. They go inside, and a banker will go up and in. Daisy Powell has all 4 points. And it's a 2-point lead again for the Umpqua Riverhawks out of Roseburg, Oregon. Now Walla Walla in the black moving down to our right. Entry pass down low, laying up and good. Just as easy as you please. Taylor Turner with the bucket, and it's a second tie. We're tied at 2. We're tied at 4.
Now you can see what Walla Walla is trying to do here. On the ball, pressure, and then digging down with 2-3 players in the key.
Yeah, triple teamed, anybody?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And a too high a pass. Came in a little hot and out of bounds. Taylor Strickland couldn't handle it. It's Walla Walla basketball. Now you said you're going to put 2 on her. You're going to put 3 on her?
If you have to, you can tell that initial defense has been just fine. How she scored her points, her offensive rebound putbacks. They got to do a little better job on the glass.
Walla Walla with the basketball. A 4-4 tie. The NWAC Women's Championship on the line here at Everett Community College. Little hesitation along the baseline, and the foul's going to be called. The foul's going to be whistled on Jordan Stotler. Her first personal foul, first team foul. And free throws coming up here for Walla Walla. First free throw is no good. So another one coming up here for Sierra Jo McEwen from Touchy High School. Next one, good. Averages 22.7 points per ball game. A 5-4 lead for Walla Walla. Umpqua looking inside. Back outside for a 3, up and good. 3-ball good for Taylor Strickland. If you can't get it inside to the big guy, get it up to the sharpshooter.
Yeah, it's going to be really important for Umpqua to find some balance. I think Walla Walla is content trying to take Powell away. Can those other players score for him?
Backdoor feed inside for a quick lay and up and good. Adriana Perales makes it a 7-7 tie. They work it right side. Now underneath. And kind of a bad pass. Couldn't be handled and intercepted by Walla Walla. Warriors with it. Stotler, cross-court pass, elevate for a 3. It's good. Shot from the left corner, up and in for Walla Walla's Teresa Aycock, and it's a 10-7 lead for Walla Walla. Another lead change, and the biggest lead of the ball game, a 3-point lead for either team. Walla Walla with it. Inside it goes. Are they going to say they're going to count the bucket? Okay. I thought that she kind of came up with 2, but they're going to count the bucket, so it's going to be a chance for a 3-point play, and Daisy Powell will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, it looks like she just missed the basket going through the hoop. It was a shooting foul. I don't know if I like the idea of playing behind. I'd like to see them front the post there. I know they're bringing 2. Might have to make them throw it over the top.
Free throw, no good, so the lead is 1. Well, they were looking for a foul, didn't get it. So it'll be Walla Walla basketball, leading by 1. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch there by Umpqua, so Walla Walla will keep it. 20 on the shot clock. Remember, quarters in women's basketball, 6:34 to go, opening quarter.
Umpqua here, right here in a matchup zone, little 1-2-2. Trying to force Walla Walla's hand to shoot it from the perimeter, it seems.
Skidmore in the corner, but she'll give up the shot. But it's not going to go for Aycock. And grabbed by Umpqua. Riverhawks with the basketball. Walla Walla leading it 10-9. Bria Thames looks down low. They go out to Powell. She'll just kick it back out. They work the perimeter, 10 to shoot. Little spin, turn, fire, no by Stotler, a miss. Rebound, Walla Walla. Stop and pop from 8 feet away, up and good for Sierra Joe McCune, and it's 12-9, the 3-point lead again for Walla Walla. Stotler. Boy, looked at the three. Everybody's looked at the three. No one's pulled the trigger on it yet. They're giving him the three, and she'll pull the trigger that time. Thames will miss. Stotler with a rebound. Thames with a lay-in, up and good.
What's really hurt Walla Walla right now are those offensive rebounds, the second chance points. The initial defense has been fantastic. Clean it up with a rebound.
Now Walla Walla on the attack, up by 1. Split the defense, lay-in no good, foul called. Taylor Turner went down, and she got fouled. And it's going to be on Jordan Stotler, her second personal foul, the second team foul. So free throws here for Taylor Turner. I think Stotler's going to go to the bench.
Yeah, that was a tough foul. It was one of those, I think the official was waiting to see if it went in, and it didn't. And then it was one of those whistles, unfortunately, that puts her with 2 fouls.
Turner out of Columbia Burbank High School, Burbank, Washington. Stotler will sit now with her second personal. First free throw, a miss. And Turner with another and hits it. 2-point lead, 13-11. So here comes Umpqua. Down by 2. Thames. They just like to work the right side of the perimeter here. They're looking down low, but triple teamed is Powell. So here you go. Here's your triple team. Take that, Marilee Jones says. And buries the 3 ball, and it's 14-13 Umpqua. Now a little corner jumper from 16. That won't go. A miss for Aycock. Umpqua clears. Quick early offense. Step through move by Thames. And we're going to call the foul.
It's like an offensive foul right there.
They'll get Bria Thames with the foul. We've got our under 5 timeout here with 4:31 to play in the first quarter. Umpqua 14, Walla Walla 13. The women's championship on STSPN.com.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.com.
Time for NWAC Fun Facts with Steve Willits.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. Hey, we just got an announcement a minute ago from the public address announcer. Dejanay Powell, with her 4th point tonight, set an NWAC tournament scoring record for most points, so congratulations to her. Also, Sierra Joe McCune, we found out she is signed to go to UC Davis next year to play basketball down in California.
And the mascot of UC Davis, Coach?
Oh, man, you're going to throw that at me.
I don't think I know. So, Steve, you got it? You got that mascot?
That's a fun fact I don't have. I'll work on that for the next break.
I'm gonna go with the Titans. Is it the Titans?
Oh, Titans. Here's a backdoor lob in and one. Coming up here for Adriana Perales. They found her with the pass. She got the lay-in. And the foul is going to be called on Marilee Jones, her first personal foul. And the Riverhawks' 4th team foul. 3-point play? Nope, won't happen. So the lead is 1 point for Walla Walla. Umpqua will try to answer on the other end with a 3 that won't go for Taylor Strickland. Kept alive back up by Powell and in. It's just tough to stop.
She's just got such a great nose for the ball, good instincts. She's trying to keep herself out of foul trouble and out of harm's way. She's that significant to them.
They work it right side. 3 ball on the way. Tried for a banker that wouldn't go. Missed by Aycock, but kept alive by Walla Walla. They'll try again. Reload. Same spot. Different person. This time it's Sierra Jo McEwen who puts it in. And the future UC Davis what? Did you look it up?
It's a Mustang.
The Mustangs. Okay. Titans, Mustangs. Yeah. Umpqua with the basketball now. And a 3 ball that won't go for Marilee Jones. Foul called on the floor. And it's going to be on McEwen. Picks up the foul. That's going to be her first. Go ahead.
They're the Aggies, by the way. I just looked it up on my phone. So who said Mustangs?
Well, you said Mustangs.
I said Mustangs.
I've got it right in front of me. The website. It's UC Davis Aggies.
Good catch.
Wow. Now I can't trust anything Coach says for the rest of the night. Dribble in. Stop. Pop from the foul line. Will it go? No. It's going to be a miss by Skidmore. Grabbed there by Powell. Outlet pass up the floor. Thames with it. Now to Grenfell. Strickland. Cross court Thames. Back on the top. 15 on the shot clock. Good. What a nice pass.
One of those we talked about earlier. They've got to hit those shots from the perimeter. That's going to loosen it up for Powell in the middle. I like this back and forth nature. We're going to be in for a good one here.
5 lead changes in the ball game so far. The outside shot that won't go and a foul called underneath. The miss on the outside by Aycock. It's a 19-18 lead for Umpqua. And we're going to have a foul called on Jones, her 2nd personal, 5th team foul. And free throw here for Adriana Perales. Rattles it out, won't go. Out of Minico High School in Hayburn, Idaho. Next one by Perales will go. And that makes it a 19-19 score. Now Umpqua will try to answer on the other end. Bria Thames. They work left side now. On top. Always looking. Trying to get open down there is Powell. They go for a little stop and pop from about 8 feet away. That's going to be a miss for Grenfell. Cleared out by Walla Walla. They come up. Quickly back Umpqua on defense. So an outside 3 ball is up and good. Up and good for Sierra Jo McEwen. And it's 22-19. Walla Walla back to the lead, equaling their biggest lead of the ball game.
She's got 9 now of some pretty good, clean looks. You can tell Walla Walla trying to really push in transition. Umpqua pretty simple. 4-round 1. Can we get it inside? Can we get it inside? If not, they're going to shoot it from 3.
Yeah, McEwen leads all scorers with 9 points. As Umpqua, fresh 30 on the shot clock. His shot is going to be blocked there and then saved from going out of bounds by McEwen. Up the floor, Skidmore. Dribbles through the paint and then goes down and gets it off to her teammate, Aycock. Made that pass for a nice, easy lay-in, and it's out to the biggest lead of the game for either team. Walla Walla up by 5, 24-19. Now they'll get it to Powell. She's triple-teamed and puts it up and in anyway.
Man, that's impressive. She knows she's going to have 2 or 3 people coming right at her. Great pace, poise, good hands, good finish.
So then is there a time you've got to go so fast so you can try to get it in there early before the defenders have a chance to set up?
Yeah, you can. I don't mind the deliberate nature because she's catching everything in there. Walla, I think, is just trying to create more trips so they speed her up and hopefully tire her out.
The bucket there by Walla Walla, 26-21 the score. Turnaround up, no, Powell miss. And at that point, you've got numbers on the defensive rebound.
Exactly right. So you can see in transition, Powell's kind of the last one to get down the floor. They've got 5-on-4s, 5-on-3s. keep creating the trips for Walla Walla to try to extend that lead.
But Skidmore top of the key, 15 on the shot clock. Corner, pocket three, air ball, back up, good. Boy, that's Johnny on the spot right there. As McEwen was there, saw the air ball come down, caught it and put it up. Or maybe it was a pass. You give her a missed shot and an assist on the same shot.
Well, if I'm the offensive player that missed that, I'm saying it was an assist.
That's right. A rainbow assist. That shot no good for Walla Walla. Shot clock is dead. The shot on the way, it won't go. And it's a 7-point lead for Walla Walla, leading at 28-21 to the end of the first quarter. Game 15, the 2018 NWAC Women's Basketball Championship. Our score after one, 28-21 Walla Walla. We'll come back from Everett Community College right after this timeout. Now it's time for Fun Facts with Steve Willits, corrections and retractions.
I guess I better get my phone back out, huh? We're just telling Randy he's not completely wrong. The official school mascot of UC Davis is the Mustang. Students at UC Davis are referred to as Aggies in honor of the school's agricultural heritage. So, potato, potato. We both got it.
There you go. You're both wrong, or both right, whichever you want to go. I think you're both right.
Yeah, I appreciate the follow-up. Makes me look better.
Walla Walla with the lead. Walla Walla with the basketball. We start the second quarter, the NWAC Women's Basketball Championship. Earlier, North Idaho won the men's over Portland 90-83 in overtime. Shot on the way. That will not go. It's going to be a miss for Jade Skidmore. Umpqua clears out. They bring it up out of back court. That's Taylor Strickland. Now, Callie Freeze is in there for the first time and has the ball stripped away from her by McEwen. Now going down, laying up. Boy, it looked like she kind of mistimed her steps and almost traveled. Perales with a miss, and rebound controlled by Umpqua. Back down, Strickland, bang, goes a three ball from the top of the key.
That was a nice defensive sequence right there from Umpqua. Good hustle back, got a block there, turned back over into a transition three for Umpqua.
4-point lead for Walla Walla. Second quarter action here at Everett Community College. Tom Lafferty with Randy Edens and Steve Willits. Here's a three ball up and good. McEwen hits it. The future Aggie Anteater. No, not Anteater. Mustang. Okay.
Mustang.
Down low, Powell. Tough to stop.
No question. I just would like to see them front the post. Don't even allow that initial touch. Make them throw that pass over the top and force a little weak side help. I think they'd have a little better success there.
McEwen goes to Perales. Baseline's closed it off for Skidmore. So she'll kick it to Turner. Right side, three ball. Boy, that went deep in the well and came back out for Aycock, and Umpqua clears. Thames brings it up. Wide open. Somebody's wide open. That's got to be a three that goes down for Callie Freeze.
Well, and I would imagine Umpqua's seen the double and triple teams with Powell before, so the other players for them obviously have had some open shots, and you can start to see they're starting to knock those down and getting a little more comfortable.
2-point lead for Walla Walla now. Going in, laying up and good. Walla Walla adds to their total, kind of stops the bleeding a little bit for Taylor Turner, a bucket. Freeze, now they go down for Powell. Missed it, gets her own rebound, back up and in. The official giving the she was over the top, didn't touch her with the body signal.
Walla certainly wanted that, but I think on that sequence she was just fine. There was no contact. She didn't displace. Great rebound putback.
33-31 the score. 2-point lead for Walla Walla. Warriors with the basketball. Dribbling in and forcing up a shot, no good, McEwen. But they reload and get the offense. They'll reset the offense. Down to 3 to shoot. That's a foul line jumper that's good. Right at the horn, it's up and in for Skidmore.
Those are tough to take as a defense. You've played great defense for an extended period in the shot clock, and they hit one right at the buzzer. Tough one.
It's Bria Thames. Corner to Jones. Back out for Strickland. Launches a 3. That won't go. A reload here on the offense for Umpqua as they got the rebound. Out of Powell.
Pass.
Powell in and one for Dejanay Powell. They call her Daisy, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Great pass from the high post there. I mean, she barely even held that, and it was already into the Powell right at the basket and the finish.
Free throw is no good, but the tap-up is good. Marilee Jones with the tap-up, and a timeout called with 6 minutes and 17 seconds to play in the first half. 35-35 the score. You're watching the NWAC Women's Basketball Championship on STSBN.com.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade?
See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
Well, Coach Randy Eden's a 35-35 tie. What do you see? What's trending for you?
You know, I like both teams are going right to their strengths. You know, obviously both, leading scorers for both sides, which, at this stage, you want your best players to rise to the occasion in championship type of events. In this sequence for Walla Walla and Umpqua, they're getting what they need out of their 2 stars.
Here we go. Walla Walla with the basketball, a 35-35 tie. As the Warriors work it, Skidmore. Down low, they're screaming at her, she's open, she's open, she's open. She was too open and lost the handle, so they'll go and reset it out topside. 10 to shoot now. That's Skidmore.
Umpqua's tried to decided to go to a box and one right here and deny their best player. We'll see how Walla Walla adjusts here.
Taylor Turner with the bucket. It's 37-35. And here's Umpqua with it. Both these teams 31-1 coming in. The number 1 team from the south, the number 1 team from the east.
Walla Walla going to a little bit more conventional 2-3 with Powell out for a time being and some rest.
Marilee Jones misses from the corner. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by her, and it will be Walla Walla basketball. Aycock will sit down, and Courtney Hutchison checks in for Walla Walla out of Burley High School, Burley, Idaho.
So Callie Freeze looks like has the man-to-man assignment on McEwen. Everybody else, though, in a box and one here, trying to deny McEwen touches the rest of the way. We'll see how this goes.
That's McEwen. Gives him the corner. Here's a little, about a 17-footer bounces off. No good for Gunter. And Umpqua brings it up. They feed it down to Jones. Off the window. No, it won't go. So Powell on the bench. A miss there by Umpqua. Walla Walla with the clear. Skidmore brings it up. To the low, turnaround baseline. About an 8-footer up and good for Kaylee Dietrich Denton out of East Valley High School, Moxie, Washington. You been to Moxie, Washington?
I don't believe I have. East Valley, though, a great program, 2A in Washington.
Moxie, I think it's probably a wide spot in the road with a flashing yellow light. Going in, laying up, and it is good.
Little 6-0 run right here for Walla Walla, pushing it up in transition.
And up by 6 points. They've led by as much as 7 points in the ball game. Umpqua has led by as much as 2 in this game. Measuring for a 3, firing. It's a no for Callie Freeze. A miss. And a control by Walla Walla. Dribbling in as they swing it out for a 3, ball on the way. Good. Up and in for Sierra Jo McEwen. And a timeout called by the Umpqua Riverhawks. This will be the under 5 timeout with 3 minutes and 52 seconds to play in the first half. It's out now to a 9-point lead. Walla Walla 44, Umpqua 35 on STSBN.com.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
Okay, here we go. If people could hear us off the air, that'd be the... Well, Walla Walla's jumped out here 44-35. Umpqua trying to answer. They put Powell back in. That's Thames with it. Now they find Powell. She's triple teamed. That means Jones can't hit, but it's back up by Powell. No, kept it alive for Thames. Thames has it in the key. Back out to the top. Are they working it over left-hand side? Bria Thames with it. Now to Jones.
Got to shoot that jumper
Strickland.
right there.
Yeah, wide open like that. Thames will put it up and won't go. Jones grabs the rebound. Entry pass down low. Kick back. The fans are yelling 3 in the key, 3 in the key. Here's a shot of the way by Strickland. Won't go. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walla Walla. Umpqua keeps it.
We've seen this pattern with Walla Walla. They'll play great defense here, but not finish in possession with a rebound. Umpqua's ruling themselves.
Oh, they're going to change and get an overrule here. The official came in and said, you know, I think it goes the other way, and they will. It'll be Walla Walla basketball, leading it by 9 at 44-35.
Wow. I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either. Skidmore, right side McEwen. They'll feed it to the baseline. That's closed off for Hutchison. So she thinks better of it and kick it back out to Skidmore again. Dribbles around, does a figure 8, puts it up, won't go. Who's got it? She says, give it to me, that's mine. And they will keep it. Skidmore. 20 on the shot clock. Cross court, looking for a bounce pass underneath. Didn't do it. Hutchison with it. 14 to shoot now. McEwen. She kind of gets double teamed there. There's a shot of the way. That won't go. Again, another rebound for Hutchison. Back up for a 3 that won't go. Excuse me, it's a Dietrich Denton that got those offensive rebounds.
It's a battle of offensive rebounds for both sides here. Just can't convert.
Strickland got it down to Powell. Travel. Probably lucky it was a travel.
Yeah, that did happen first because that would have turned into an offensive foul. Love the double team right there. Starting to see a little bit of that pressure. Maybe give Powell some issues right now.
Umpqua with a 22-17 advantage in total rebounds, 12-7 advantage in offensive rebounds.
They've had multiple possessions where they've had 2 or 3 offensive rebounds in one sitting.
Skidmore on top. Jade Skidmore from West Jefferson in Tarryton, Idaho. Now the McEwen.
Great
rifles
pass.
a pass. Oh, and then he can't complete it. She can't get it up to go up and in. A miss by Turner off that pass. That's a collegiate pass right there.
That's a fantastic pass right there. You got to convert that with a make. The other thing with Walla Walla, we've kind of seen this on Umpqua's side. A number of their players passing up some open opportunities. Like to see them shoot that with some confidence and some rhythm. not rely on McEwen here so much here in the first half.
The scoreboard's not stuck. We've just been stuck at 44-35 for a while. Coming up on a minute to play. And we're going to have a foul away from the basketball.
A little too much physicality. Obviously, Walla Walla wants the 3-second call. And I think Powell's been just fine in there.
Yeah.
But a little too much physicality on Walla Walla's front here.
The foul whistle there on Taylor Turner, her first. Shot down low, up and in for Powell. Dejanay Powell, they call her Daisy. She's got 18 points in the ballgame to lead all scorers. McEwen has 17 for Walla Walla. Stop, a little 12-footer up and good. Jade Skidmore. Jade Skidmore has 6 in the game. 40 seconds to play in the first half.
Not even looking to shoot from the perimeter, just content with passing it around until Powell gets open.
She does. She is. She kicks it back out. Open 3 look, won't go. A miss there by Parnell. Back up, no good. A miss by Thames there and a foul called. And they're going to get... It's going to be on Skidmore. Skidmore picks up the foul for Walla Walla. That'll be her first. And the 4th team foul here in the quarter. 0 team fouls on Umpqua in this quarter. And there's only 22.8 seconds left. Thames at the line. First one is good. Lead is 8. Lead is 7 for Walla Walla. So the Warriors will bring it up. Coach Bobby Hazeltine either saying you're a loser or saying this is the play we're calling. So
maybe looking for that left side, that overload.
4 seconds, 3 seconds to shoot.
Shoot it here.
They're just going to fling one up, and they're going to run out of time, and that will bring us to the half with the Walla Walla Warriors leading it 46-39. We're going to get a word with the coach here, hopefully for Walla Walla here in a moment. And as Steve is standing there patiently awaiting, and the coach will go and retrieve her. She's going to get a drink. Steve, she needs a drink before she even talks to you.
Yeah, I don't blame her. What an action-packed second quarter, first half for that matter, too. We'll try to get Coach Valentine here really quick. One question. Coach, 5.5-minute stretch there in the second quarter where your team didn't give up a single point. Starting to play a little better defense as the quarter went on?
Well, I mean, we can only do so much, and our game plan is working pretty well, but apparently we can't stop them from going rebounds, which I thought were over the back, but they're not. The refs said they're not, so we're just going to play and hope that this, and it helped that Stotler's in foul trouble, but she's back in now. So, I mean, our kids are tired. They're working their butts off. I'm really proud of them.
Best of luck in the second half, Coach.
There you go. Thank you very much, Steve, with the coach for Walla Walla. Walla Walla with a 46-39 lead. We're going to take a break and come back. I think we're going to talk with the head man, the big honcho for the NWAC coming up after the break. At the half, it's 46-39, Walla Walla leading Umpqua. This is STSPN.com.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart.
Am I looking at this camera right here?
There you go. And let's go down. Yes,
yes,
Steve,
I am.
Yes, you're looking at this camera right. You got the big
Hey,
boss.
We're letting you guys behind the curtain a little bit. We are, in fact, talking to the boss, Marco Azurdia, the commissioner of the NWAC. And first of all, congratulations on yet another successful tournament. Third year in a row here at Everett. How are you guys feeling about the way everything's played out so far?
It's been great. Everett, Snohomish County Sports Commission, everybody's been so good to us. So we're very pleased with what's happened here. We've been some great basketball, overtimes. Can't ask for a better tournament.
Can't ask for a better championship game there in the men's game tonight. 20-point deficit. North Idaho comes back for the victory. I've got to think that thrilled you guys to see such a close game and to see overtime.
Absolutely. I think that just speaks to the quality of play with our teams, and you can't ask for anything better than that. I mean, when you're down 20, they never gave up. They fought, and all the credit goes to them.
So I'm going to ask you now, because I keep getting different I keep hearing different rumors. It's official, it's not official. What is the status on this tournament for the next 3 years? I know the 3-year contract is up. Do we know where we're at next year yet?
Everett Community College and Snohomish County, they put in a bid, and our executive board will look at it in April, and they will make a decision to where we'll come back. I would say things look really good. We've enjoyed it here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're back.
Very nice. And it seems like, you correct me if I'm wrong here, how many schools right now currently in the NWAC?
We have 36.
36. And I mean, we see different teams all the time. North Idaho, relatively new to the NWAC, relatively speaking. Are we looking at expansion anytime in the future? Do we have a nice number right now? How are we feeling about where the NWAC stands?
We have a nice number right now. We have been contacted by other schools, but it has to work for us financially and academically as well. We can't have kids be missing all kinds of time for wild travel. But we're happy where we're at, but we're always looking to grow.
So do you get any time off after this? Because I know spring sports are in full effect right now as well. Basketball tournament concludes tonight. What's next for you and your staff and for the road ahead here over the next few months?
We got a little bit of a break, but we got 5 tournaments to plan for in the month of May, and so it gets pretty chaotic. So we'll take a little bit of a break, but we'll get right back at it in about 2 weeks.
All right, Marco, again, great job here. We always enjoy being around you guys and have an enjoyable time talking to you, and best of luck, not only on the rest of this tournament, which is yet to conclude, but also through the spring as well.
Well, thank you guys. We appreciate it. Your broadcast of our events has elevated our brand, so we're very appreciative of that as well.
Feelings mutual. Thanks again. We'll throw it back up to you, Tom.
Thank you very much, Steve, and Marco Azurdia, the commissioner of the NWAC. We'll take a break and come back with the second half getting underway and look at the stats as well. Walla Walla leads Umpqua in the women's NWAC basketball championship, 46-39 at the half. You're watching the championship right here on SCSBN.com.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
We know you're more than a number, more than living paycheck to paycheck. You're a multitasking life engineer full of experience. That's why you belong here, where you'll find more one-on-one attention from faculty, with programs that can lead to in-demand jobs, and the support you need to get where you want to go, all at an affordable price. Get started now. Edmonds Community College, edcc.edu.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action. The vast fleet of Humvees, troop transports, and fuel tank trucks are always moving soldiers, gear, and equipment around the world, or delivering aid to civilians during domestic emergencies. Transport operators are essential in getting the Guard to where it needs to be.
You're more than a number, more than living paycheck to paycheck. You're a multitasking life engineer full of experience. That's why you belong here, where you'll find more one-on-one attention from faculty, with programs that can lead to in-demand jobs, and the support you need to get where you want to go, all at an affordable price. Get started now. Edmonds Community College, edcc.edu.
I'm Danny Horton, and I'm an STCU member. The windstorm of 2015, who doesn't remember that? It had no power, or the heaters, the horse trough was a 600-pound block of ice. STCU stepped up. I went straight down. I got the loan I needed. If it hadn't been for STCU and the ability to provide everything I needed, where would I have been? I'm Danny Horton, and STCU is here for good.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Welcome back to Everett Community College, the Walt Price Student Fitness Center. Halftime of the 2018 NWAC Women's Basketball Championship has Walla Walla leading Umpqua 46-39. Steve, I think we're going to get a talk with the coach here in a moment.
Yeah, we're going to give it a shot here. I know Coach Strickland's talking to a couple of his players right now, so we don't want to interrupt, but if he gives us a break in the action here momentarily, we'll jump in here and ask him a question or two.
We can take a look at some of the stats. Coach, what jumped off the page at you?
Well, Powell with 18 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double. That's a great game, let alone a half. So you can understand the dependence that Umpqua has for them right now. There was that stretch where she sat, and Walla put that spurt on, and that's the difference right now. A 7-point game here at half.
Walla 8 points off turnovers. Umpqua has a 24-17 advantage in total rebounds. 3 steals for Walla Walla. And that's about it. Boy, it's pretty even up and down the board, but the lead is at 46-39. And
so the other thing that kind of grabs my attention is Umpqua 5 for 19 from the three-point line. You know, they've had a ton of open ones that they could have taken. Frankly, I think could maybe loosen that up on the inside for Powell to have a few more touches. But yeah, you got to be a little more loose and free, I think, to have some success.
And we're going to get a quick word here. Let's go, Steve.
All right, we're with Coach Dave Strickland right now. Coach, down by 7 at the half. What was the message to the team during the break?
Yeah, I thought we had a great half. I mean, considering Jordan only played 5 minutes and other people were in foul trouble and it was a mad scramble. We had people playing out of position that, you know, doing some things that they haven't played in the last couple of weeks. I thought all in all we had a pretty good half. So we just need to do things, the exact same things. We just need to do it a little better.
As far as defensively, McEwen getting her 17 points in the first half, do you do anything differently with her? Or?
Well, yeah, she's really, really good. Daisy's got 18. The two of them, it's a wash. So it's not those right now. Neither one of those two have been the big factor. It's been, you know, we got to get, you know, they have a little more scoring from other people. We need to find that scoring from some other people.
Best of luck in the second half.
Do you agree?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I would say. I mean, you want your stars to rise to the occasion. They've done that. Walla Walla. The difference is Walla Walla's got a little bit more balance and you know, young ladies that are willing to take those shots. Whereas Umpqua seems to just want to be so intentional about getting Powell touches. You'd like to see them be a little more loose and free. And I think if they have that approach here in the second half, they can find a way to win this thing.
And now here you are, last 20 minutes of basketball for the year, right? You push everything into the middle of the table.
Yeah, no question. Your chips are all in. This is a chance for a title right here. You know, cut down the nets, bring on that gold ball. You don't want to come out of here with what could have been. You want to make sure you've exhausted everything you got.
The Final Four a year ago was Umpqua, Spokane, Walla Walla, and Skagit Valley. Spokane won the championship a year ago. It's Umpqua and Walla Walla here to win the championship for 2018. And here we go. Second half gets underway. And it'll be Umpqua with the basketball. They're in the white uniforms moving to our right here as we head into the second half of action. They're looking down to Daisy Powell. She puts it up, misses the first shot of the half. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Walla Walla. Umpqua keeps it. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. They got it down inside to Powell. Powell with 18 points in the ball game to lead all scorers. She gets it on the inbounds, and she'll shoot from 17. Too hard. Thames kept it alive. She gets it back in a foul call. Ouch. They were kind of playing volleyball there with it, and that's going to be a foul whistle. That's going to be the third personal foul called on Jordan Stotler. That's your ouch?
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. It seems like she's getting picked on a little bit, unfortunately. And, you know, in this kind of environment, you want to make sure you're on the floor as much as possible. It sounds like she's pretty significant to their chances today.
With 3 personals, she's still out there. Coach says, here we go, play on. Underneath, they turn, swing, and that's going to be a block shot there. A turn and a fire by McEwen, and then blocked right back at her by Grenfell. And they're going to say last touched out of bounds by Walla Walla. It'll be Umpqua basketball. Down 46-39. Riverhawks work it to Grenfell. She'll shoot and hit the 3. That's a big 3.
Big time. Again, that's what's going to loosen up the zone in there. You want to see those young ladies, you know, take shots. Even though if they don't go in, that's going to naturally stretch Walla Walla out. That's going to be really important.
Now in black, Walla Walla moving to our left. That's Acock with it. McEwen top of the key. Dribbling into the paint, down low, missing the lay-in, no good. Nice pass. Perales can't make it go, and Umpqua brings it down. Down by 4, they have it. Powell gets it. She's triple teamed, puts up a shot, won't go. Well, she just about knocked Jade Skidmore out here onto Tower Street on that possession. Now going in, laying no good. Missed by by Turner. And the possession arrow will favor Walla Walla. They'll keep it on this end of the floor.
You'd like to see Powell on some of those interior touches here in the second half. Use the backboard. You can never trust the rim. Rims are all different all over the place. Backboard's a little bit more trustworthy.
Warriors basketball. Inbounds. Skidmore looked at the foul line jumper, didn't take it. So she'll kick it out to McEwen, who banks it in. You threw up your hands on that one.
The
bank's open. It's a Sunday.
Yeah, sometimes that, you're going to have those kind of days. But, again, eliminated those touches on her front.
Turnaround jumper won't go. A miss there by Stotler and controlled by Walla Walla, trying to increase their lead. Blocked there by up and in, though. Strickland got the block on the first one, but then back up and in, and the bucket was good for Taylor Turner. Walla Walla out to a 51-42 9-point lead, equaling their biggest lead of the ball game. Grenfell shoots, misses. Rebound flag down by Strickland. Turnaround, she'll put up an air ball, no good. And grabbing the rebound is Taylor Turner off the air ball. Up the floor, Jade Skidmore dishes it, blocked by Stotler, and out of bounds. So 22 on the shot clock. It'll be Walla Walla basketball baseline out of bounds play. Looking, and finally gets it in. McEwen now to Skidmore, puts it up and in. Skidmore from about 16 and a half feet away makes it 53-42, an 11-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Walla Walla. Umpqua's got to get busy.
One of those danger times right now.
Ball went out of bounds. I thought maybe it was last touched by a Walla Walla player, but they say no.
Yeah, coaching staff for Umpqua look pretty content. Players look pretty content. It was the right call.
So Walla Walla with it, leading by 11. Skidmore swings it right side to McEwen. Cross-court pass over here to Aycock, goes inside,
Great
laying
pass.
up and good. Beautiful pass to Turner for the bucket. Turner out of Columbia Burbank High School in Burbank, Washington. Lead is 13 points, Coach.
As I kind of mentioned there, it's kind of that danger zone right now for Umpqua. You're starting to see some other contributions from Walla Walla.
Big answer there. Jordan Stotler puts it in for a foul line shot, and it's 55-44.
And I think that's the key for Umpqua. They need Jordan to provide some offensive opportunities here and hopefully stay away from that fourth foul.
Off the glass, no good by Turner. Kept alive by Walla Walla. They'll reload the offense. The ball's going to be kicked there.
Walla Walla here has had some success driving in the middle of the lane, lifting Jordan in the middle there, and then dropping off the pass. Unfortunately, they've missed a couple lanes, but I think that they continue with that strategy to have some success.
6:02 to go in the third quarter. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds for Walla Walla. Aycock. Now to Skidmore, back to Aycock again. She goes, boy, I thought she would go for a lay-in. Probably should have. Here's an outside, well, no. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
You got somebody like McEwen, that's a lay-in for her out there.
That's right, from 3-ball range. And the lead is 14 points, biggest lead of the game for Walla Walla. Starting to get away from him. And a travel call on Stotler. Tried to go around the defender and travel with the basketball along the baseline. And Umpqua, head coach Dave Strickland, hands on his hips. Probably thinking, what do we got to do?
Yeah, I think he's waiting for that under 5 timeout here to try to make some adjustments. He was talking with his staff there just a second ago. Hopefully trying to ride out this little storm here.
Skidmore, foul line jumper. That won't go. Stotler goes over the top and grabs the rebound. She'll dribble it herself out of back court to Bria Thames, closed off at the baseline. Stotler again. Now to Powell, turns and puts it in. Despite the triple team, she turns and puts it in. And Daisy Powell gets her 20th point of the ball game.
Just got great hands, good feet, not in a hurry. Conversion.
There's a conversion, a 3-ball. McEwen buries it from outside. She's got 26 in the ball game. Thames with it. We're now under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Grenfell, whistle. It's going to be a baseline inbounds after the timeout. We'll tell you about the foul as well with 4 minutes and 28 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Our score, 61-46, 15-point lead for Walla Walla. The NWAC Women's Basketball Championships on STSPN.com. State.
You know, we ask ourselves those.
Here you go. How does McEwen leave the state and not be playing either in Pullman or Seattle?
Well, Pullman for sure. Being a Coug myself, I'd love to see her down at Wazoo. You know, one of those things that happens. You know, you come from a small school. Sometimes, you know, coaches aren't willing to, you know, travel out where they need to go to, and sometimes you're going to miss out on those opportunities.
Nowadays, really?
Hey,
is somebody hidden in Tushy?
It could be.
They're not hidden in Lake Stevens. You've got a player going to Gonzaga.
That's true. Well, we're a 4A school though, so we're a little bigger and not too far from SeaTac.
But I would think nowadays with social media and Huddle and all that stuff, there's not many secrets.
No question. Well, Kelly Graves down at Oregon, he went up to the North Pole and found a player. And you know, she's a good
related
one.
to Santa Claus?
Not related to Santa, but you know, hey, you do whatever you have to take to find a good player.
61-46 the score. Thames with a miss, Powell with the make, and one coming up for Daisy Powell.
You know,
so are you going now to the panic button and we got to get it to her every single time down the floor?
Well, I mean, if that's what they've been doing all year long, you got to go with you know, your comfort zone to some degree. You just wondered if you don't wear her out though. I mean, back-to-back nights, she's, you know, shot it a ton, but you got to lay it all out there at this stage.
Free throw is good for Powell. She's got 23 in the game. The lead is 61-49, a dozen. It's been 15 for Walla Walla, their biggest lead of the game. Umpqua's only had a 2-point lead early on in this ball game. Dribbling in, Skidmore laying good. Skidmore with the bucket for Walla Walla, answers on the other end. Now Thames with it for Umpqua. Looking for Powell. Boy, they're just now. They are playing defense like you said, right? Get in front of her rather than behind.
Yep. I mean, you got a sandwich there. It's how you're going to get that inside and then make her pass that out just like they're doing there. Force their other players to make a basket here.
And there's a shot that won't go for Stotler. And they're going to say no.
Taylor Turner for Walla Walla. She's had the unenviable task of trying to take Powell away. And she's going to be exhausted after today. But she finally got that over the back call, just trying to continue to box out as best she can, and it paid off right there.
And the foul is going to be called on Powell. Just her first personal foul. So Walla Walla with the basketball, leading it 63-49. McEwen is closed off there, then going around the can't hit the lay-in. Taylor Turner, but a reload here for Walla Walla. Down to 5 to shoot. The ball's going to be knocked away, stolen away by Powell. Outlet pass up the floor. Here comes Umpqua. Tanisha Parnell. I thought I heard a whistle, and then everybody was screaming for a whistle, and they didn't get a whistle until now, and the ball goes out of bounds, and Walla Walla has it.
That's where that dependence on Powell right there. She was diving to the basket and going to the rim. Wasn't ready for it, and again, their players need to go score that for Umpqua.
Warrior basketball. McEwen, again in the corner, puts up a shot. That won't go. And the rebound by Parnell for Umpqua. Parnell, kind of a high dribble. Gives it off to Thames, looking down low, and you can't handle it. Powell couldn't handle it. It's going to be cleared out by Walla Walla. That's Skidmore. Skidmore thought about going down there, and I'm going to circle the wagons back out here topside. 14 on the shot clock. Still on the dribble, puts it up high off the glass and in.
Skidmore today for Walla has been the difference maker. You know, she's one of those extras that obviously is running things on the offensive side, but she's also been opportunistic, looking for a shot, and that's been significant here with the 16-point lead for Walla Walla.
She's got 12 points in the ball game. Out it goes to Parnell. Big three. That's a big three. Jordan Stotler buries a three ball. 65-52.
Umpqua trying to hang around right here. Love to see them get it down to single digits heading to the fourth if at all possible.
And it's going to go right back the other way to Umpqua.
Stepped on the sideline there with her left foot.
Yeah, so out of bounds play here on the near sideline for the Umpqua Riverhawks. Have it down by 13 points to Walla Walla. The NWAC champion to be decided here. Men earlier had North Idaho beat Portland 90-83. There's a miss by Umpqua. Walla Walla brings it up. Dribbling in around the defender, lay it up and in. Just that easy, just that quick for Jade Skidmore. Now she's got 14 points in the ball game. Long outside Parnell, no. And grabbing another rebound for Walla Walla. Up the floor they come. They're gonna say she traveled. She traveled with the basketball. Kaylee Dietrich Denton with the travel, and now just under a minute to play in the third quarter.
Couldn't slam on the brakes quick enough there in transition, unfortunately, and turned it over.
Strickland. Corner to Stotler along the baseline. Stopped and popped and put it up and in. The Walla Walla fans were looking for a travel. They didn't get it. They got a bucket instead for Umpqua, and it's 67-54. Skidmore to Aycock again. Back out to Perales, looking down low. 11 to shoot. 10 will shoot it though. Sierra Jo McCune puts it up. She's got 29 points in the ball game. And that makes it 70-54. 16-point lead and a double dribble on the other end. Boy, that end of the quarter can't come fast enough if you're an Umpqua Riverhawk fan.
Yeah, just when you thought you were right there, all of a sudden it's right back to 16.
Down to 6 seconds to shoot. 4 seconds in the quarter. 2, 1, bang! At the horn, Sierra Jo McCune moves to 32 points in the ball game, and they open up a 73-54 lead over the Umpqua Riverhawks. The fourth and final quarter coming up, the NWAC Women's Basketball Championship on STSBN.com.
My name is John Archuleta, and I'm a loan service bankruptcy officer with STCU. I help members that are struggling with their financial obligations. A lot of times people feel as if they're not good enough. Their finances are telling them that they should have known better. Our goal really is the financial health and well-being of the member. We are our members are us. We don't have investors here. We're not protecting the investor's bottom line. No matter what's going on, we're dealing with people's lives. I'm John Archuleta, and STCU is here for good.
So, Coach Randy Edens, you said something during the break, and I'm going to have you explain it because I hear it from lots of coaches. Lots of Euro stuff.
Yeah, Umpqua had to go man there. They got out of their little matchup, little 3-2 zone, and you get a lot of bodies moving, a lot of movement from players and personnel, and they were running a little Euro ball screen offense there, where it's just a
Euro like in European.
Yeah, European,
okay.
exactly right. Where it's just constant movement, ball screen on side to side, and you're kind of tailoring your defense to obviously what Walla was really comfortable with, and Walla also run a little flex as well, so it's freeing up McEwen for some easy opportunities in her range.
You got to think it's time for Umpqua's got to get busy if they want to try to get back into this one. That's not going to help. But outside three by Bria Timms is going to be a miss, and Walla Walla grabs another rebound. And then just that easy. What a pass. Sarah Jo McCune finds Teresa Aycock for just an unmolested, easy lay-in, and the lead is out to 21 points now for the Warriors. Answering with a three on the other end. Well, don't give up on Jordan Stotler.
Yeah, it's a huge basket right there. Just need to maintain contact. Again, hopefully try to get to single digits before that under 5 timeout here.
So Umpqua looking for a stop here. 27-15 advantage for Walla Walla in the third quarter. Walla Walla taking a lot of time here, but they can. They've got a big lead. Drain the shot clock. Down to 6 now. Foul line jumper. Ooh, well, I thought that was going in. It did not go for Taylor Turner, and Umpqua will clear it, and a double dribble. Ouch.
Yeah, she thought she had an outlet pass, and then her teammate looked ahead, and all of a sudden she'd caught it, put it back on the floor, going back the other way to Walla Walla.
Umpqua with 11 turnovers in the ball game, 3 for Walla Walla. And so the points off turnovers, 15 for Walla Walla, 2 for Umpqua. Ouch. Here's a shot on the way. Won't go. A miss there for Perales, but they used a lot of shot clock on a couple of possessions there. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch there, carried out of bounds by Teresa Aycock. It'll be Umpqua Riverhawk basketball.
Well, he forced Umpqua to play man at this stage, and so Walla Walla is going back and forth between a European ball screen offense and a flex offense, which, you know, as a coach, you're content with clock rolling down with such a comfortable lead at this stage. You're just looking for lanes and free throws at this stage, or at least a shot underneath 10.
Let's freeze. Timms.
Attack the middle there with the dribble.
Freeze, rattles out, and it won't go. Walla Walla with a board. McCune gives it off. Here's a little runner up, and it's good. Good bucket there for Skidmore. She's got 16 in the game. And we're down to 7:55 to play.
Been really impressed with Skidmore. She's just given enough of that complimentary play for them that's been the difference.
Little runner won't go. Timms will go to the floor. And one thing I do want Steve, I'm sure he's listening here somewhere. Yeah, I want to find out who was the who decided how, because you have coach, you have a defensive coach.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Gil McKinney. He does all our defensive stuff.
He's seen every basketball game since the mid-'60s, hasn't he?
For sure. He's probably forgot more basketball than I know. That's how we like to equate it out. Yeah.
But if you're going to do something defensively, right, he's going to do the scheming for it.
Yeah, no question. In terms of our scouting and what we do, I mean, we'll have our core stuff that we like to do man-to-man defensively. But if we want to do zones or look at some different options, it's something we'll talk about. But he does a great job.
So you got to think Walla Walla's defense, the way they've played Powell, has worked pretty much to perfection.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you've worn her down a little bit and made those shots in the interior that much tougher for her to convert.
Outside shot no good for Aycock. Cleared out by Umpqua. Umpqua with it, with a shot up and good. Stotler puts it up. She's got 13 points in the ball game. Now, admittedly, 23 points for Umpqua, but she had, for Powell, but she's been up in the 40s the last couple of weeks. Couple of times. Foul called here. And we're going to have the foul's going to be whistled on Taylor Strickland, her first personal foul. And that's the first team foul of this fourth quarter. 7:05 to play. Bounce pass underneath. I think their Taylor Turner thought she was going to get hit from behind. Turned around, there was nobody there.
Yeah, she was anticipating that contact, probably a little ahead of the game. She had a lay-in if she went right up with it.
Turner out on top, 7 to shoot. Back out again. Skidmore looking. They'll put it up. Wow. They use 29.9 seconds of the shot clock.
That's exactly how you want to script that with flex or, like I mentioned earlier, any of that European ball screen offense. You get a shot under 10. If it goes in or not, you're content. You'll deal with the result.
Now Umpqua with it. It's an 18-point lead. Powell now in frustration missed it and then just kind of hauled off and clubbed Taylor Turner. Okay, she didn't haul off and club her, but kind of gave her a little you know what? This is starting to make me a little angry.
Yeah, and a combination of that missed shot that she feels like she should make, readily 10 times out of 10. And then, of course, the score probably where it is with 6 minutes to go. She's going to be a little worn down at this stage, I think.
So Walla with the basketball and a 79-61 lead. 6 minutes to play in the game. Shot on the way that won't go for Teresa Aycock. Boy, again, a reload here for Walla, and they'll set it up again. Skidmore goes in. This one will go. They're using time. They're getting rebounds, and it's a 20-point lead.
Been so good, as I mentioned a couple times. Skidmore has just been a really nice compliment. I really like her game a ton.
Long outside shot that won't go. A miss there by Strickland. Walla with it. Down, laying up. Good for Aycock. 5.5 to go. Both these teams coming in at 31-1. And Walla is having their way with them right now. A 22-point lead. Shot won't go. Reload here for Umpqua. That's Timms. Out on top to Freeze. Swing it right side. Long outside three. That settles and goes for Jordan Stotler. She's got 16 points in the ball game. As we're at 5 minutes to play in the game. And a timeout called right at the 5-minute mark. And we'll step aside. 5 minutes to go in the championship. 83-64 Walla on STSBN.com.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Umpqua back out onto the floor. And, Coach, honestly, they kind of look a little bewildered. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, if you haven't gone through that this year, being 31-1, especially being down close to 20 points here, you're a little bit of a loss, I'm sure, as players and maybe to some degree as a staff. But with 5 minutes to go, you got to find a way. You got to speed your game up a little bit, and you certainly can't give Walla extra possessions at this stage.
Yeah, their loss a couple of weeks ago, February 28th, to Lane Community College, was only by 7 points. So Walla with it. They can afford to take a lot of time here. And winding down to the trophy presentation coming up. They work it to McCune. Shoots an outside three. I thought that was going down. It did not. The rebound grabbed by Stotler for the Riverhawks. See if they have one more breath of life as they go down to Powell. Fouled on the way in. I'll tell you what, the triple team has worked just about to perfection.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job at this stage, forcing their hand. And again, for Umpqua, free throws are good opportunities here. The clock stopped trying to score some points.
4:25 to go in the basketball game. Walla 83, Umpqua 64. The women's championship on STSBN.com.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership.
I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Welcome back. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy weekend with the NCAA tournament going on, and
it's been fantastic. It's a great time of year. Anytime you get to championship level, everyone's pouring their hearts into it. Everyone's invested. You get to see the thrills of success and the agony of defeat. There's no question about it. One big reason why I enjoy this time of year.
And you get to watch games and not have to worry about game planning for the next opponent too.
It's fantastic. It's the best way to go about it. Much more enjoyable that way.
Free throw here for Powell. Boy, it's just frustrating. She's got 23 points, but it just hasn't been working tonight for the Umpqua Riverhawks.
Everything's been a little bit tougher for her in the second half, and you can start to see that frustration level rise in her just a little bit.
So the final 4:19 of the game. Walla Walla working here. They can take a lot of time. Turner. We're going to have a foul called away from the basketball. I think this is going to be on Powell. Just a little bit too much physicality there.
Yeah, she's trying to dive flex cuts here. That's what Walla Walla is running through to try to kill some time and get some lanes and free throw opportunities. And a little too physical there.
Just a little bit of a clothesline. So Walla Walla with it. Skidmore. Now to McCune. Perales, 13 to shoot now. Skidmore with it out between the circles. Down to 8 to shoot. Just using a lot of time. 5 to shoot now. Dribble along the baseline. No, stepped on the out of bounds line. You know what? It's okay, right? You used about 27 and a half seconds there.
Yeah, you're pretty content with possessions that use up so much time, especially with such a large lead. You just don't want to have any live ball turnovers that turn into easy lay-ins for Umpqua.
Here's a runner that won't go for Callie Freeze, and she will go to the free throw line. Yeah, when we were talking earlier about Sierra Jo McCune, how do you let her leave the state? You'd like to see her play for the Huskies or the Cougs or somebody.
Yeah, no question. It's one of those things with this kind of event. There's going to be players here that you can find that are serviceable and are going to help you at that Division I level. And obviously she's got a great opportunity ahead once this championship closes out.
So Walla Walla now with the ball and leading at 83-64 with the final 3.5 minutes. And a foul on the baseline. So Walla Walla on the way here beats Highline 78-37, beats Lane 85-62, beats Big Bend at 92-64. And that's 83 points now and set to add more. Free throw is no good, first one. Stotler picked up the foul, her 4th personal foul. And another free throw on the way and good for Perales. And she has 8 points in the ball game. That's Thames to Powell. Good. The defense has kind of backed off a little bit off of Powell, too. Not quite as much denial.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't want to send her to the free throw line and allow them to score with the clock stopped. You'd be actually content at this stage giving away lanes as long as that clock keeps moving.
Inside 3 minutes to play. Skidmore. Now to McCune again. Back to Skidmore. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Using it all. Will she shoot? She will. At the horn and puts it in. 29.9 seconds. Are they going to? They're going to take a look at it, I guess. They're going to go to the monitor whether or not. But that was good.
Yeah, almost looking at the clock herself, I think wanted to wait until it got down to 1 before she put that shot up. And I think that's the one thing that's been really solid about Walla. They're really content with taking time and getting their way through what they like to do and coming up with easy opportunities.
So they're going to the monitor to take a look. I'm not sure if it was a timing thing or if it was whether or not it was a 2. But I don't think they would stop the play.
She was well inside that three-point line.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be about the only thing I could think of was the timing piece, but I thought she was plenty good with that.
So that's what they're talking about there. Stay with us. We'll have the presentation of the trophy and the cutting down of the nets. They're going to say 2 points. Maybe they were looking at whether or not it was a 2 ball, because they confirmed it was a 2. I didn't think there was a question.
Yeah.
And that's a 20-point lead. And at this point, who really cares?
Yeah.
Well,
just going to alter the final score, I think, a bit is all we're at this stage.
Bria Thames, Stotler, DeStrickland puts it up and in. That's the coach's daughter, the 5'11 freshman from Sutherland High School in Roseburg, right there in Roseburg where Umpqua is. It's Skidmore. Walla Walla kind of staying with their starters here, but why not? Last game of the year. Taylor Turner down to 8 to shoot. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. 3 to shoot now. And in for Jade Skidmore.
Just methodical. Again, under 5. Geez, under 1. The last couple possessions turned into lay-ins and points.
Lay-in on the other end. Bria Thames with the bucket. 88-70. High-scoring ball game here. Didn't think it would be. Skidmore out to McCune again. They're just working the final minute 20, down to 6 to shoot now. Dribbling in, Skidmore laying up and good. 90-70.
Skidmore has been so good for Walla Walla, just really impressive.
Little runner up and good for the Umpqua Riverhawks, Bria Thames again. And they'll bring it up. Walla Walla content to dribble it out here. Little reach in by Callie Freeze. But still dribbling it around to Skidmore. 10 to shoot. Will she? She will. From there, it's going to be an air ball. It's going to be a miss by Aycock. And Umpqua brings it down. About a 2-second differential game clock and shot clock. Shot good there by Powell. And we're going to have a timeout here on the floor.
It's like a sub timeout here just to get somebody checked in.
Taylor Turner will come out. Turner, the 5'9 freshman from Columbia Burbank. Ball goes out of bounds. And now here comes another sub, I believe, a whole bunch of them. This is going to be a line change here. This is going to be a hockey over the wall, 5 guys.
Line change. Turner, of course, I think got that honorary first sub out because she had the large job tonight of taking care of Powell and just did a fantastic job with her tonight, and ultimately it's going to end up into a championship.
And believe me, they held her to 27 points.
Yes, they did. I mean, hey, I think it was 18, 17 and a half. Just 10 here in the second half. It's fantastic work.
But you would think Daisy Powell would be playing on collegiately.
Yeah, you hope. Like I mentioned, a couple times tonight, she's got great hands, good feet, good instincts for the ball. Hopefully she's got an opportunity somewhere at the Division II, Division III level. We'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
Free throw there won't go. And the final few seconds, and this one will wind to a close. Powell, offensive foul. You get one last lick in before the time expires.
Yeah, you don't want to see that at this stage. Just 5 seconds to go or so.
And she's just fouled out with her 5th personal foul, too.
She had such a fantastic tournament. You don't want to leave on it on that kind of note, unfortunately. Certainly the frustration kicked in with such a great year. Tough one.
So the final 5 seconds, they'll just hold it in backcourt, and that will be that. And Walla Walla Warriors will win it by the final score of 90-74. 90-74 the final. The 2018 NWAC Women's Basketball Championship goes to the Walla Walla Warriors with a win over Umpqua. We'll get you all the trophy presentation and interview with some of the players and coaches here as well with Steve down on the floor. But the celebration begins now for the Walla Walla Warriors. 32-1 for the season. Unlike the men's game, there will be a handshake line here. And Umpqua, right now it stings, but a 31-2 record, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, no question. It's always tough that, it's going to sit there for a little while, but when they get some distance from tonight and get a chance to reflect back, man, that's such a fantastic year. A lot of wins, a lot of individual successes, team successes, nothing to hang their heads on, certainly.
So Walla Walla with a win. And they will get the presentation of the trophy here coming up. We'll have the MVP. And we're going to try to get some interviews as well. But I think they're going to gather around the bench here for the presentation first of the Marco Azurdia, we talked to at halftime, said it's, I'm going to say 90% chance that the NWAC will, well, why wouldn't you come back here for the next 3 years?
Yeah, no question. This is a fantastic facility. I know it's been really supported well from the county and certainly by you guys here, and be able to live stream it to anybody that's out here in the Pacific Northwest. And it's been an environment that's been great for championship basketball, whether it's been at the high school level, community college level. Don't go away from something that's worked.
Now I would think, Mike Troutman, they just put this new, that's not Mike Troutman there, but they just put this new net up. I think they want to cut down the other net.
Yeah, I think so too. Good.
You leave the new one there and you cut down the other old one. But that's just me.
I would be exactly the same way.
So getting some team pictures here. And they're presenting the second place trophy to the Umpqua Riverhawks. And they'll make their exit. That's something you don't need to watch, right? the other team accepting the trophy with the big gold basketball on the top.
Yeah, no question. You want to get out of that environment as quickly as possible. Tough to take, there's no question. Everything's certainly super fresh, having just gotten through and gotten defeated. Want to let Walla Walla have their moment.
They award individual trophies to each member. For Walla Walla, Sierra Jo McCune, Sydney Andrews, Riley Leone, Teresa Acock, Jade Skidmore, Courtney Hutchison, Mackenzie Gunter, Taylor Turner, Mallory Bowen, Kaylee Dietrich Denton, and Adriana Peralez. You have a player of the game?
Well, it's certainly not tough to go with. As much as I liked Skidmore, because I really thought she facilitated things tremendously well, got Walla Walla into anything that they wanted, and certainly managed things in that second half to where it just felt like Umpqua just never had a shot. But you're going to have to go with Sierra Jo McEwen. She really settled them down offensively, made some monster baskets there right before the end of the half that really kind of created that distance, and I think that momentum propelled them to a great start there in the third quarter and ultimately the second half.
McEwen with 32 points, 9 of 12 from beyond the arc, 11 of 17 field goal, 24 for Jade Skidmore, 13 for Taylor Turner, 9 for Teresa Acock, 8 for Adriana Peralez, and then 2 each for Hutchison and Dietrich Denton. For the Umpqua Riverhawks, Daisy Powell, 27 points, 13 rebounds, 16 for Stotler, the only 2 players in double figures, 8 for Strickland, 9 for Bria Thames, 6 for Grenfell, 5 for Marilee Jones, 3 for Callie Freeze. Those are the individual scoring stats there.
The one significant statistic that really sticks out, grabs my attention for Walla Walla, 4 turnovers.
I know. That's exactly what I was looking at.
That's just magnificent over a 40-minute game, and it's not like we were talking about methodical pace and limited possessions. I mean, Walla Walla put 90 points on the board, and they have a mere 4 turnovers. That's fantastic.
And so then Walla Walla was 17 points off turnovers. Really, the rebounds only a 5 rebound advantage. That went to Umpqua. Now here's the presentation of the big trophy. Bobby Hazeltine will accept the trophy for the Walla Walla Warriors.
As much as that end's nice to get, and that's certainly something that stays in the trophy case, and that gold ball is pretty nice to have around and enjoy, and you can just savor that all the way back to Walla Walla, there's no question.
We're going to get some interviews here coming up. And there it is. There's the big trophy. A bunch of happy Warriors from Walla Walla. Walla Walla, a year ago, the men win the championship. And here in 2018, the women win the championship.
Do each of those players get to take it home for one night?
Is it like the Stanley Cup?
Man.
And
that'd be tough. You're obviously worried about somebody just randomly breaking it, but they've each had a part of that. You want to let them enjoy that. There's no question, and I think I'd probably let that happen.
Sierra Joe McEwen got the MVP. The inspirational went to Taylor Turner. Now there's the picture that'll hang in the school with the bracket and the banner that'll go up in the rafters of the gym, and a couple of trophies.
And a big thank you to our trophy presenters,
and that's the picture of the Walla Walla Warriors, the NWAC Women's Champions for 2018.
Fantastic. That's joy right there.
Yeah.
There's nothing that replaces that. There's no question about it. You think about all the time, effort, and energy that's been put into that title and work, and, man, it's something that everybody gets to enjoy, from the coaching staff all the way down to their last player on the bench.
And you look, what a diverse group. You got players from Touchy, Dayton, Bristol Bay, DeSales in Walla Walla, West Jefferson, Burley High School, Marsh Valley, Columbia Burbank, Declo, East Valley, and Minico.
Yeah.
None of these players knew each other a year ago.
That's the beauty about the NWAC. You give these kind of kids this kind of opportunity, and if you want to play, these are the kind of opportunities that are out there for you. And you can't tell me that any one of these young ladies would regret that decision that they made to be a part of something, that they wanted to continue on from high school. And honestly, this probably exceeds a lot of their expectations. They signed up because they love the game.
Right.
But when you get this kind of opportunity to win a championship and create memories and lifetime experiences for these young ladies and for the young men earlier today, it's pretty special. There's no question about it.
So the celebration continues, and Steve's going to try to get a couple of interviews before we leave. Steve?
Yeah, we're handing out shirts first, so I'll let them put their shirt on first. This will be even better here. We'll see if we can maybe grab Sierra Joe McEwen here in a second as she puts on her shirt. You're going to go first. We're going to get a quick interview with you. Again, 32 points tonight. You are an NWAC champion now. How does this feel?
I mean, it feels good. I've never really won a title like this, so it feels really good. And then to lose last year and to come back and win it, it feels really awesome.
Having that loss last year in the championship game, how much more motivated does that make this team coming into the season to begin with, knowing that, hey, we got a taste, we got close, we didn't get there? Does that just motivate you that much more when you're working out?
Yeah, it was a huge motivation. Our goal was unfinished business, so I think we just focused on that, and I think we did what we were supposed to do.
You had 17 points at halftime. We thought that was pretty good, and then you came out and scored 15 points in the third quarter. I noticed when you hit that last three at the buzzer, a big smile on your face. Did you kind of know at that point that I think we got this thing under control?
Yeah, I think so. We were up by quite a bit, and I thanks to my teammates for hitting me on that open shot.
And we got to have a little fun and ask you about it, too. Last night, 45 points. You were ready to come out. They kept you in. Any disappointment for not getting that last three? How excited were you every time you threw that ball up? Were you feeling it at that point? Were you nervous?
I think I was more nervous than anything. That was a huge pressure and only 3 points away from breaking the record. I don't know, I was really nervous.
You'll trade that for a championship though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we're having a little friendly argument upstairs too. We need to know, is UC Davis, is it an Aggie or a Mustang?
An Aggie, I think. I'm not quite sure. It looks like a Mustang, but I think I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know.
It's a trick question.
And for all of us who are fans of Huskies and Cougars, we can't talk you into staying in state at this point because, boy, we sure would like to see your game stay local. How excited are you to go down to play for UC Davis, though?
I'm pumped. I'm excited. New level and everything. I'm just pumped.
All right, now go cut down that net and have a good time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. Sierra Jo McCune. See, he asked her a trick question.
Yeah, it was a trick question. But she should know, shouldn't she?
I would think. Yep, I would think so.
I'd imagine she's had some gear already, and maybe not yet.
Let's not call the NCAA whether or not she's got some free gear yet. And we're going to see if we can get Bobby, the coach, coming over for a interview now. Let's go back down to Steve.
Yeah, Bobby Hazeltine doing this for the third time. Congratulations. I've got to think when you won your first one back in 2001, you didn't have to look at all the smartphones and pose for all the pictures. How special is it? Third time around, is it still just as exciting as the first time?
Oh my gosh, it's really exciting. You know, the first one, we were pretty new. I was really young, and now I'm old, so it's way hard. Everyone is special. This might be the best team I've ever had. They're so fun. I mean, just when you think you're about ready to retire, this group comes along, and they're the best kids I've ever had. I just love them to death, win or lose. But we played pretty well tonight.
You played very well tonight. Talk about that a little bit. This is an Umpqua team that averages 87 points per game. You certainly seem to have a defensive strategy that was ready to go. Daisy got hers, but you knew that was going to happen. Talk a little bit about the strategy, and was that a combined accumulation of the coaches' minds together? Do you have a defensive specialist on the team that works on that?
We all talked about it, and I also, talked to some outside help. My son's a really smart coach, and so we talked, and we had to prepare for Big Ben, but you always have to have something in your back pocket. You can't wait. So back at Walla Walla, we prepared for everybody that we might play, and especially that defense against her. And I told the kids, somebody's going to get their points and say they're going to be Strickland, Stotler, or Daisy. I thought we did a pretty good job on Daisy. I don't know what she ended up with, but it wasn't 47.
Talk a little bit about McEwen, too, and just what she's meant to this team. I know we talked about her real briefly beforehand, but what a tournament.
Yeah, she made every big shot possible. And the thing about Sierra, she doesn't really know how good she is, so she's just Sierra, and, you can joke around with her all the time. She's not serious, and that's what I love about her. You have to have somebody on the team like that, and that's her, but she plays the biggest on the biggest stage, and she was big last year in this game, but we didn't win, and she was not going to let us lose, and neither was Jade. All of them. Great team effort.
Second consecutive year you're heading back on a bus ride from Everett to Walla Walla. I'm guessing tonight's going to be a lot more enjoyable.
Last year was tough. It was tough the way we lost, but I'm not kidding you. Probably a week or two after this, those 5 sophomores got together and said, we aren't losing, and so we got a motto called Unfinished Business, and Jade just came up to me and said, Coach, finished business.
Finished business indeed. Bobby, congratulations. Go ahead and enjoy that net. And
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. We're going to try to get a quick interview with Jade Skidmore here in a second, too. She's been the glue of this team so far this year.
Yeah, we'll head right back down to Steve here in just a moment. You really like the way Skidmore played.
Yeah, she was fantastic. I mean, especially in that second half where Umpqua's really trying everything to kind of get themselves back into it. She wasn't going to allow it to happen, and that's what you need from a heady point guard. Make sure you manage your team, get yourself into your stuff, and when they got that sequence of shots and possessions, with shots underneath 5 seconds and then converted them along the way, that's the difference. Umpqua had no shot at that stage.
Again, the final 90-74, the Walla Walla Warriors over the Umpqua Riverhawks. I'm waiting for maybe one more interview here as they're, I think those are that's the group that Coach was talking about here.
Enjoying that trophy, no question about it.
Getting a few last pictures. Let's see if we can sneak in and interrupt ourselves. Jade Skidmore holding up the trophy right now. They're all giving it a kiss real quick. Jade, can we get you over here really quickly? Go ahead and hold on to that trophy if you want. What does that mean to be holding that basketball right now?
I have no words. I'm just so happy from last year, just coming back here and giving it our best.
Coach was just talking about how you went up to her and said finish business. Talk a little bit about that and what it means to you.
Yeah, this whole year we've just been working our best and pushing each other, and so I think just getting this is what we've worked for all year. So
you're kind of a jack of all trades. You're almost a triple-double. You get rebounds, you get points, 24 tonight, certainly. Doing kind of whatever it is that this team needs. Talk a little bit about your role and how much more meaningful it is to be holding that because of it.
Yeah, I mean, my teammates get me the ball, and I like to rebound too. So when I get those boards, I like to push it, which gives me those assists. So my teammates really help me out with that too.
You and a handful of sophomores there just kissing the trophy. The fact that you've been together for 2 years, what does it mean to do it with this group now?
Yeah, I love these four that we've been together for 2 years now, and so just getting it done with them is just really meaningful.
What's the future hold for you? Do you have any idea? Are you going to play at a 4-year next year?
Yeah, I'm hoping to. Just keep my options open. Hopefully I'll go on a couple of visits. So.
She's a team leader. She gets it done. She also is the music coordinator. We found that out last night. What kind of are you controlling the music on the bus ride home as well? I know you control the music in the locker room.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we'll be jamming all the way home.
A little maybe celebration by Kool and the Gang and some celebratory songs, or are you going to kind of play it by ear as you go along?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, Jade, until then, go ahead and enjoy that trophy. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Back up to you, Tom.
Okay, thanks very much, Steve, and thank you to Coach Randy Edens of Lake Stevens. Hope we had a good time.
Hey, had a great time. Fantastic games, fantastic event, and looking forward to next year already.
So that will be that. Thanks to Todd Elvig and his crew down in the truck. And again, the final score. For the men, it was North Idaho over Portland, 90-83. And for the women, the Walla Walla Warriors over the Umpqua Winterhawks, final of 90-74. For Randy Edens and Steve Willis, I'm Tom Lafferty. Good night from Everett Community College.